Oh, there we go. All right, cool. We are gonna go live in just a few minutes. Let me get this settled. Wow, this is this is actually working. Let me try and get our guests over for the show. Max the Wicked and JR95, whenever they're ready. So, welcome to the first Thirst Chord podcast. I'm Aaron. This is going to be the first. I guess this is going to be the pilot episode. Hopefully, they can make it on time. I don't even know where to start. I got text messages right now. Hold on, let me get this settled in here. Wow, I am bombing hard right now. There's only one sound effect I can think of. I had to type in my own sound effects. And I can't even get the bot to play it. Oh, wait, no, wrong one. There we go. Does it get this?
You want to go?
No problem.
You want to go real serious?
No,
Oh
no,
my
no.
God! You want to go real serious? You want to?
Okay, that's not what I wanted. All right. Let me try that again. Oh, come on. Seriously, bot. Really? All right. Wow, I cannot get on. All right, so I think I might have two guests on the show, Max and JR95, who both appear to be. Wow, this sucks. This is kind of a hackneyed thing. Wow, the audio bot does not work. That actually kind of sucks. All right, so Max says he's going to be ready. Until then, I want to thank you all for coming to the first ever podcast. I'm trying to poke this guy with a stick. Let's see if he can get him up. Poke. There we go. Hey,
I'm here.
Max, welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome to the show.
I'm late. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I guess the bot works. It records, but I cannot play music or sound effects, unfortunately. That sucks. Oh, well, so I guess we'll start with, we have another guest on the show, JR95. Welcome to the show. I'm going to ham it up.
Hello.
I'm going to ham it up as the world's worst DJ.
Oh God.
All right, so we got the bot working, and it's recording right now. We got 6 hours of material, so I guess yeah, I don't intend to go 6 hours, just maybe like 30 minutes to an hour at the most. Trying to find something.
Right.
Yeah. So, you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Jerry, you
Hello,
go
all
first?
you wonderful. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
We'll
first.
start. Yeah. You go first, JR.
All right. Hi there. My name is Tyler, but everybody calls me JR.
Good old JR. Yeah, Jim Ross. And you.
Though,
Oh no! Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. This is a mess right now. Pardon the mess. You were saying, JR?
though I do want to point out I'm from Pennsylvania, not Oklahoma.
Represent. And you, Max?
And I'm Max Wicker 100. You may also know me as one of the podcast members of The Real Podcast.
Hey, nice.
Well, I used to be. I mean, I don't even know if the show's still going anymore or not. But yeah, I'm the only UK person in this server. So hooray.
Yeah, we got a lot of people from like around the world on the server. Like you got, New Jersey, you got Pennsylvania, Washington, we got a couple of people from Australia. I have a friend there from Germany. You know, it's really broad. You know, Europe, far away. Like I think we had one person on the server who was like from Malaysia. So it was just like, it's amazing how far everyone is compared to each other. Like I'm just from California, some like small scrub town in California, and then you know.
When I hear California, I just think sunshines.
Lots of heat, lots of acres of land too, probably. But yeah, well, I don't have any real plans, but I guess we did get one question that I was fielding or allowed someone to ask on the server. Pardon me, I'm still new to all this, but
don't feel bad. I'm new to the whole podcast itself.
So I guess the question was from Wolfstar. Anybody here have a favorite Disney movie and why?
For me, it's a toss-up between Wreck-It Ralph and The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I like Wreck-It Ralph because, oh, come on, I'm a gamer. It's pretty much obvious because I mainly went to see it for the video game cameos, but I did and all the references and all that. But I thought the movie itself was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And as for Winnie the Pooh, I just like how simple and sweet and basically it just feels so peaceful.
I remember when Wreck-It Ralph came out, like I was kind of like, me and a few people were kind of like worried about it because it felt like just kind of like a kind of a goofy take on Roger Rabbit, just like video games all coming together, living in the same world. But over time, I was proven wrong. It was actually pretty good. I remember renting it. The first time you're going to see like Sonic in the same room with like Bowser or the other video game characters and stuff like that. The Pac-Man ghost was it Blinky, and then you got Zangief from Street Fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was, oh man, it was a lot of fun. Have you guys seen the sequel yet?
No, but based on the reviews I have heard, it's basically the Emoji Movie if it didn't suck.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, pretty much. This is how you do the movie right, Sony.
The only thing they haven't done right is the fact that they've included the floss in it again.
The what?
The floss, aka one of the most toxic dances of all time. Whenever I see it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that dance in the Shazam trailer.
Oh god.
I die inside every time I see it.
I've never seen it.
It needs to die. It has to die.
The only thing that could make Wreck-It Ralph 2 any better is if they all included Fortnite dances.
No. No.
I knew that would trigger something.
Bad.
Ralph doing a Fortnite dance.
Yeah,
Save
but
the World will always be best Fortnite.
All that's going to do is just date the movie, honestly. Oh.
I know. You'll get old real quick. And the meme, as they say. Winnie the Pooh is actually pretty good. Was that which that was the first one, right? With the windy day?
The one, it came out in 1977.
That's the one I had it on tape as a kid. That was one of my favorites.
Same here. And even today I have it on my phone.
That's cool. That's really cool. Like, oh man. Yeah, I remember like bits and pieces. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember there was one where he was like, like stuck in the rabbit's house or something like that.
Because Pooh ate so much, he ended up becoming a bit of a fat ass as a result.
Yeah, pretty much.
And while we're on the topic of Winnie the Pooh, anybody want to hear my best Tigger impression?
Sure, go ahead. We have a whole hour, so go ahead.
Woo-hoo! The wonderful thing about Tiggers. The Tigger's a wonderful thing. Their tops are made of a rubber. The bottoms are made of a springs. A bouncy, 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 fun, 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 fun. The wonderful thing about Tigger. I'm the only one. I'm the only one.
That's actually not bad. That's actually pretty good.
Well, I have considered a career in voice
I would do my goofy voice, but I got company in the house, so I gotta wait it out. I gotta do it in private when I'm
back to the hype.
Yeah. But Winnie the Pooh is like a Disney staple. You know, the theme song is so memorable. The only thing I remember, the only Winnie the Pooh thing that I remember like more than the movie was the old TV show from Disney Afternoon.
The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that show late night.
Going. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that show when it was on late night on Disney Channel, and even that there was also that show I watched called The Book of Pooh. It was basically like where these characters were all like puppets, and it was made by the same people who did Bear
I
in the
remember
Big
that.
You know, it's funny, you know, to the untrained eye, to the person, to anybody out there who doesn't know the show, it's not about taking a dump. The Book of Pooh. It's just like images of scat and shit. It's just like
This podcast is already
to YouTube. If we happen to upload this on YouTube, don't ban us, please. Don't ban us.
I'm already allergic to bears after my experiences with bears.
Please don't demonetize us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not like we need the money anyway. Like I already got a job and I got commissions. It's like if some company like Disney bans us, be like, oh, it's okay. It's no big deal. But yeah, I remember that show too. Like it might have came on as I was getting older, but I remember seeing it like early in the morning before I would go off to the bus stop at high school. Like I'd be flipping channels and come across it. But the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, they had it on for me. I didn't have cable, so we had just public TV, and it would be on I think it was like one Saturday morning. I think one of those shows.
Yeah.
It'd be mixed
ABC.
in with the lineup. Yeah, that's the one. Oh man, good times.
5 hours of summer, once a week, one Saturday morning.
Man, time flies. Like the older you get, you start missing these shows. I mean, they're probably on like. I wonder if they'll put it on the Disney cable show or the Disney streaming service. That would be really nice.
Disney Plus.
Honestly, like child-based, like childhood cartoons and whatnot, they're just not what they used to be. I mean, like youth is wasted on the young these days, and I sound like a completely old man saying that.
That's why I don't watch much TV nowadays. Nowadays, if I want to watch something, I can either watch it on the internet or just buy it online.
Back in my days, it was all about awesome video games, awesome cartoons, and I don't know, just everything was awesome. And now, like, skip to now, and we got like kids dancing, mining stuff, games, doing stupid dances in real life, watching terrible cartoons.
Nowadays,
a lot of the cartoons these days, they sound just they feel so hyperactive and random and silly. It's just like,
and they're trying too hard.
Yeah, I mean, I remember there's Cartoon Brew was talking about there's some cartoon that's just like a cutout of like a peanut and a pickle with faces on it. I'm like, how lazy can you freaking get? Of course, I want to say the F word, but you know I don't want to get banned. So freaking
Fricks!
Chadtronic, yeah.
These days, you kids, them damn kids have it lucky with things like streaming, Redbox, and Gameplay and all that. Back in my day, if you wanted to rent anything, you had to go to a store to do it.
AKA Blockbuster,
Hollywood Video,
Movie Gallery.
Yeah.
We have was Blockbuster over here.
I miss Blockbuster. Hollywood Video was good too.
Sure, like the food was expensive, but man, was it an experience.
Yeah.
In fact, speaking of Blockbuster, I have a little conversation, a little something I want to mention if we ever get to talk about. But for now, I just want to mention that for some reason, there was this one game that I remember renting at Blockbuster more times than I probably should have, and it's called Pokemon.
The original Pokemon?
No, just Pokemon Channel.
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, it isn't really a game. It's more of an experience, but it's still good.
Yeah, not bad, though. The only downside is that you got to, at a certain point, you just got to stop playing it for the day because it's one of those games that makes use of the cube's clock. And because of that, you don't expect to get everything done in one sitting. You basically got to turn the game off and wait till tomorrow just to play more of it.
Oh, wow.
Unless you skip the dates on the settings of GameCube.
Yeah.
So yeah, then you can experience the game in its full glory within a day.
So basically, it's not the game. It's not really a game you should be speedrunning anyway.
It's no different to basically Seaman on the Dreamcast.
Oh, careful there, Max. You don't want to get us in trouble, do you?
I said Seaman.
I know what you're talking about, man. I was just joking.
I know it's a slip of the tongue, but I said it carefully. I made sure I wasn't saying the wrong thing, so it's all good.
My fondest memories of Blockbuster was just I would go with my uncle. He had a blue Corvette at the time, and he would come over. He would take a break from working far out, and he'd come visit us in San Jose. But we would we'd take his Corvette, and we would drive over to this nearby Blockbuster in San Jose, which was like right near one of the streets leading up to the mall. And that's where I was introduced to a lot of things, and not really so much games, because I had like a small collection at the time, but he introduced me to the Pennywise, the original Pennywise movie, the Back to the Future trilogy. And then we would also go there and like look to see if there was the new Batman animated series videotapes too. They would have them out in the box, and it'd be like collect all the. Like they would have like a Riddler centric VHS tape, and it'd be a Joker, and it'd be like, oh, next week we'll have the other Batman tapes, and come in and check it out. And I was like, yeah, all right, cool. But
wow, sounds like they were really pushing stuff forward. Go on, JR.
Yeah.
And speaking of old cartoons, do either of you know the show Sonic Sat AM?
Oh
yes.
God!
It's because of Blockbuster. I ended up
the better of the two evils.
I ended up exposed to that show completely by accident. You see, my stepfather, who passed away recently, was going down to a Blockbuster, and at first I didn't want anything, but over time I was on a Sonic kick of sorts at the time. So for whatever reason, I ended up whining about wanting something Sonic related. So he ended up getting a VHS tape of that ended up having the show and had 2 episodes, Sonic Racer and Sonic Boom. So that's pretty much how I got exposed to Sonic Sat AM.
That show introduced us to the world of furries.
As did many other things.
Sally Acorn, Dulcie Dragon. Bunny Rabbit.
The thing is, I've only seen like 2 episodes, and I remember seeing them like during the early mornings, because I remember as a kid I would always like sometimes I remember just randomly like waking up one morning and discovering the many wonders of like early Saturday morning cartoons. And I remember finding out that there was a Mario cartoon, and I was like immediately like every morning I'd make an attempt just to find it like in the morning and be like, I must find it.
Oh man.
I was a huge Nintendo fan back then. But
hey,
I still
Paisanos?
Yes, exactly. Or Super Mario World or whatever. They were always good.
Oh,
that's Mama Luigi to you.
Every morning as a kid, they would have that on like WB20, just like airing in the mornings. Just like
I would later find out that they had it on a channel on Sky. I forgot what it was called, but it was like called Pop or something. And they even had like Sonic cartoons on it as well. They had a bunch of things on it, like Rainbow stuff, and I was just like happy.
Anybody here remember Captain N?
I remember seeing
N,
1 or 2
Game
episodes,
Master.
and I was just like, it's not for me.
Oh god, the creative liberties on that show are just like impossible. Like at the time, no one would care, but like if you watch it now, it's just like everything is so incorrect.
Yeah,
On the topic
that's
of
how
Captain,
it feels.
And speaking of Captain N, anybody, and since Mega Man Pit and now Simon Belmont are all in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, all that's missing.
We gotta get a Simon Belmont mod for Smash Brothers Ultimate where he has like a blue jacket, some goggles,
I'll tell you who we need.
and his large poofy hairdo. Like,
I'll tell you who we need as a fighter. Freaking Mother Brain.
You know, that actually wouldn't be bad. Maybe for like a mid-boss
Except
level,
there's one problem.
Video games.
He's already, that would be fine, but there's just one small problem. He's already in the game with this trophy.
On the topic of games, actually, I know this like Left 4 Dead 2 mod where you can basically turn. I don't know if people know the game or not, but basically there's a special infected called the Boomer, who's like a fat zombie that can basically vomit on people to attract zombies.
Oh
but
yeah.
if you shoot him or her, they basically explode. So you got to keep your distance. And there's a mod where basically it replaces all the sound files with Mother Brain from that cartoon. It is amazing.
It's glorious.
Like,
Yeah,
I gotta see that.
Glorious.
I'll link you it later, or maybe I can link it in the podcast. I don't know.
We could try. Excuse me. I tried to get the audio to work from the music bot on the server, but I couldn't get it to really play. Like I tried to play like corny sound effects, but I got nothing.
I'll see if I can get it up and
right.
without interrupting the podcast. I mean,
no. Go. We got plenty of time.
Dance. Let's see.
I still there's so many games I got to play on the PC, but I got this cruddy little machines thing here.
Bingo! Here we go.
Let's see.
Now this is the sound pack as well, so I should mention there's like special infected with other types of things. So there's a special infected called the Hunter, which pounces on you and claw you apart. That sound file's been replaced with Sonic. Let's see what else there is.
Gotta go fast.
Exactly. There's the Smoker, who I think is Yoshi. The Smoker basically has a tongue that can basically grab survivors from a distance, and he can basically strangle you. He's very dangerous. Male Boomer is Robotnik from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog's cartoon series.
Pingus! It's like by necessity now. You got to sneak in one ping.
Hang on, I'll see if I can like play it and you guys can hear it. Hang on.
One shot of whiskey for every Pingus.
Don't know if you guys can hear it.
Yeah, I heard it.
I
Turn off that light! And then, of course, there's Mother Brain as the female Boomer. And then, let's see what else we got here. There's more. For those that played Punch-Out, Aaron Ryan is the jockey, which is like this little crazy zombie guy that can pounce you and grab you and take you away.
The memories now of King Hippo from the Captain in the show. He's just like one purple mess, one purple zombie.
There's another one, which is the Charger, who has like a giant arm, and he can basically charge into you and crush you. And he's the Juggernaut from X-Men, I think. Yeah. X-Men.
Oh yeah.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Oh, now YouTube going to be very unhappy that you said that.
Watch, we're gonna get copyright struck too, just for mentioning it.
Then there's a Spitter.
Copyright struck for the Sonic clips in the background.
Then there's a Spitter that spits out like this green stuff that can basically hurt you the longer you stand in it. It's this anime character called Kanata Izumi from the Lucky Star anime. I don't know. It's weird.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it though. I've seen like the memes.
Yeah. And the tank is Heavy Weapons Guy from Team Fortress 2. The tank is the big bad mother trucker who can basically destroy a whole team. And he's big and mighty and dangerous.
Oh wow!
You are
That's
dead.
it.
Not surprise.
And the witch, who is like a crying woman. If you startle her, she can kill you in seconds. She's Yume Mi Takanashi. I think it's some sort of yandere thing. Anyways, we went off topic. I'm just gonna go ahead and get.
Oh yeah, let's seek back to the. So, what are your favorite Disney movies? Right. We left you so long. I'm so sorry.
I'm just gonna link this in the first podcast, and then I'll say my part before you play it. Okay. I don't know, like. I guess it's the variety, honestly. I like a lot of Disney movies, but I'd say the ones that are most memorable to me at the moment would have to be Zootropolis, which is also called Zootopia, and Wreck-It Ralph because video games. Reason why I picked Zootropolis because, well, it's furries. Like, what more should I say?
It's really well done.
They knew what they were doing and they did it right, and it was just excellent. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, I remember at Walmart they used to play it on the TV in 4K, and it looks really good on the
I will give it an honorable mention, however, because there is another Disney movie that I remember that is kind of like good nostalgia trip for me. Emperor's New Groove, really good movie.
Oh, that takes me back.
You want to know what my favorite part in that movie is?
Let me guess. Forever crunk.
No, not that one.
No.
We're tied to. Let me guess. We're tied to a rock, and we're about to fall off the waterfall. Mm-hmm.
Bring it on.
Nope, that's not it either.
Funny. That was hilarious. I always yours part then.
My favorite part is when Pacha and Cusco make it up to the top of make it into the lab, and all of a sudden, and Yzma and Kronk, who basically apparently crashed and burned on the way down, they were suddenly in there, and Pacha and Cusco are like, how did you guys get in here? And Yzma's like, how did we get here, Kronk? And Kronk's like, well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
I think I remember that scene. I can't remember the movie all that clearly. It's been a long time since sort of
and Max, you remember mentioning that part of the reason why you like Zootopia is because of furries?
Yeah.
Well, as you said that, I wanted to say that there is one other movie that I can think of that's popular with furries, and that's a Goofy movie. You want to know why?
Oh God.
The music.
One word. Roxanne.
Oh God.
Is that gonna be your waifu?
No.
I'm just messing with you.
That was a good movie too, but I can hardly remember much of it. It's been such a
it's the one where they go on
I know. I remember the plot.
Yeah, they go to the road trip, and they're singing along during the highway, and they wind up in like the backwoods and meet Bigfoot.
I remember.
Yeah. I
mostly remember it for the nightmare scene at the beginning.
Oh God.
It left that much of an impact.
Jeez.
Oh man. Yeah, I like I honestly think I liked it more for the music, the Eye to Eye song and the
yeah. Those songs, those were pretty good too. Like Eye to Eye and Stand Now were particularly.
I didn't think about it at the time, but when I remember watching it, I was like, "Where's Peg? Where's Peg from Goof Troop? Like, did she divorce like Pete or something? Or
believe it or not, the writer of the movie actually did give a good reason as to why Pete's family was cut from the picture.
She couldn't handle
because the writer felt that they weren't really that important to the story, so they got nixed.
Oh well, she could have been in a cameo or something, just like maybe doing like a barbecue thing and just like waving hello. Like even like 5 seconds wouldn't have hurt,
That reminds me. I've actually got some very sad news for cartoon lovers.
Oh, the SpongeBob guy passed away?
Yeah, Steven Hillenburg, the legend that made SpongeBob SquarePants is gone. Like, damn.
Wow. That is sad. Like, rest in peace, man. He left big impact. Someone who doesn't
care about SpongeBob, there's no denying that what Mr. Hillenburg was dealing with was certainly most tragic. And my heart goes out to him, to his family, because I heard he had been diagnosed with ALS a couple years back.
I've heard of the name, but I didn't know he was diagnosed with anything. I rarely watch SpongeBob, so like I'm out of the loop. But he left quite a big impact. Just the show's longevity, or if I'm saying that, longevity. Longevity. Like shit, I'm surprised that show is still going. Like I remember being in high school, like in 2000, middle school. It just was brand new, and now it's like still on the air. What's their secret?
Yeah.
What is their secret to success? But he will be missed. He's left behind so much, and I'm sure he's inspired a lot of people too.
That guy was a legend.
Yeah.
And
was SpongeBob his only show, or I don't know.
Hang on, I'm on his Wikipedia page, so I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
No, actually, it was SpongeBob was the only show he created. It wasn't the only Nicktoon he was involved in.
Oh,
because
yeah.
before SpongeBob, he was also involved with Rocko's Modern Life.
That was a good one. That's a good show.
He was a creative director, executive story editor, storyboard artist, storyboard director, a producer, and a writer.
But we all know
Wow.
like where he really took off.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
like he made a like an icon, and he's going to be remembered for that for the rest of his art, for the rest of his life, I guess.
Yeah. That's really impressive. I mean,
And speaking of SpongeBob, honestly, I'm reading right now that were it up to Hillenburg, the show would have been canceled a long time ago
Wow.
because he said he wanted to stop after the movie.
I mean,
I
yeah.
hate to say this, but I could probably agree with him on that. There comes a shows need a break, or just need to they need to be wrapped up eventually. But hey, it's still going. I mean, it brings in a new audience every week, every month, every year. So it's like it probably won't ever end unless Nickelodeon says so.
Plus,
Yeah.
and that's not even taking into account all the millions of dollars Nickelodeon's raking merchandising.
Oh man, I can only imagine that thing must be like a money making machine. I mean, it's already got 2 movies, and they were working on a 3rd one. So it's like,
And let's not even talk about the assortment of video games that had SpongeBob's face,
oh yeah.
including Nicktoons Baseball. Like
Even if-
there was
Even if
there
the
was
show
a-
ends, we still got the memes. At least the memes will make it last forever.
The memes will
Yeah.
go on forever. They've been going on for as long as I can remember, and they're still going today.
I'm gonna call it right now. The last podcast when I'm 60. We're gonna see if we're gonna look back upon this as SpongeBob still being made into memes. Oh.
Yeah, who knows? If it ever goes that long.
Yeah, we got 30 years. We're gonna put that in a time capsule and see what happens 30 years from now.
Oh my god.
Oh, and there's another. And speaking of shows that have been meme-tastic, there's another show I've been seeing on the interwebs. You know Arthur, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
totally.
god, that was my childhood.
I told you not to touch it.
I don't remember that much though.
Oh,
It was one of them like things that kind of vanished from my head.
I've seen it on. I used to watch it on PBS. They had a whole episode dedicated to Arthur participating in like a film making contest, and they had like a parody of South Park. They had a parody of Beavis and Butthead, Dexter's Lab.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of funny for the time. I mean, I kind of pop into it once in a while, but it's like, at 31, you don't watch cartoons anymore. At least for me, anyway. I just want, my playlist is just a bunch of YouTubers.
YouTube it.
Your YouTube. Every time I say YouTubers, like YouTubers. Okay,
You
I
sound like
quit.
the fucking Swedish chef.
YouTubers.
Oh my god.
But yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on PBS. That had some good shows back in the day.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
know. They weren't really a thing over here, so
Yeah.
localization differences.
Yeah, we had Carmen San Diego, the game show. There were 2 Carmen San
Zubumafu?
Diego. Yeah, that one, Zabumafu. That one was a good one. They had a Defunct Land episode about that show. That one was
Yeah.
good. That one's worth watching.
Yeah. Fun
well,
fact: the guy that does the theme song for Zabumafu is the guy that did Donkey Kong's singing voice in that Donkey Kong Country cartoon.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No.
that's something that.
Yes.
Oh, guilty
Like,
pleasure.
how did that even happen? Like, what were the people thinking when they made that? Like,
I think it was animated in France or something.
Hang on. And I heard that the show had used motion capture. I heard that it was pretty revolutionary for the time, but watching it nowadays, it's like, ugh.
It was used so wrong.
Oh
And I
god.
definitely remember seeing a bit of that show because I have cousins who had a VHS tape of the movie The Legend of the Crystal Coconut.
Oh god.
There was a movie. I can't believe that.
Candy
Well,
Kong's
it wasn't.
redesign.
Well, movie is a bit of a stretch because it's not actually a movie. It's actually just a couple of episodes just together.
Yeah, they do that a lot. They'll just put compile a part 1, part 2 of an episode.
And it's all like just different seasons.
And you want to know what's even
mixed.
And you want to know what's even screwed up about the movie? They had the episodes in the wrong order.
Sounds about right.
They play the prologue last or something.
Yeah, like the first one would be the epilogue. It's like this. That's it. That's the end of my final battle. And then skips the last episode. It's like, this is me. Nothing bad's gonna happen to me.
Oh god! The flashback happens in the very end of the show. Sister. Oh my god! I didn't like Candy Kong's redesign on that show. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm used to the SNES version so much with the blonde hair and the bikini. They made her look pretty urban. I mean, it's not bad. It's just
she looks a little.
I'm picky.
She looks a little too manly. If I apologize in advance if that was considered.
I think it's okay.
I am so triggered. No, I'm just kidding.
I think she looks urban, she came out of Chicago or something like that, or like a TLC music video.
She looked like Betty DeVille from Rugrats if she got turned into an ape.
Oh God. I will say one thing though, on the topic of Donkey Kong, that reminds me of Smash. Next Friday, I'm so excited.
Don't get me started, man. It's gonna
I've
be December 7th.
Got my pre-orders at the ready.
Oh my god!
I'm so psyched to get it, man. I'm gonna be working at Walmart the day it comes out, so I'll be able to pick it up while I'm over there.
Hey, there you go. That works.
I am definitely taking the day off for it. I don't care. It might be frowned upon, but I'm taking the day off.
I get the day after off, so I'll have more than enough time to play it.
I can't say no to one of my biggest childhood favorites. And secondly, I mean, come on, it's everyone. Everyone I grew up with.
Everybody ever is in the roster.
Everyone is here.
Piranha Plant. Fucking Piranha Plant.
The best character in the world.
Including Sans. No.
Papyrus.
Goku.
Shrek.
Yeah, I imagine that. That'd be cool.
Somebody once told
Bill
me
from
on the
Flex Tape and Flex Seal and Flex whatever.
Yeah, the Game Grumps are playable characters in DLC.
Yeah. And literally Aaron's moveset is just this doesn't do it right! Or something. He just blames the game for his moves.
Oh god, I wish I could add more, but I don't have a Switch, unfortunately. I mean, maybe one day I will, but I own so much already.
Just to be safe, maybe when there's a price drop and when there's more games for it that you want.
Yeah, maybe when they decide to put 1-2 Switch for free with the Switch.
Yeah, isn't there a new Switch that's supposed to come out? There's an upgraded version of the Switch rumored to be coming out.
No,
I haven't really heard anything about
I heard it's probably fake then, but I remember hearing on Review Tech USA or some channel that they were gonna release another version of the Switch that's I don't know, maybe a little smaller or something, a little more convenient to carry. I don't know.
Could be just rumors.
Yeah.
Well, until I see an official announcement, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt.
Introducing the Nintendo Switch DSi.
The new Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo XLXX 3D SI.
Nintendo Switch U.
Oh god.
I was one of the poor suckers that bought a Wii U.
I'm stuck with the Wii. I'm stuck with the
Wii. But the Wii's got brilliant games, and you can jailbreak it, and you can get cool stuff for it.
Yeah, the Wii U. I never had a Wii U, but I have a cousin who does have one, and I will say, you know how people try to shit on a console by saying that it doesn't have any games.
Yeah.
Well, the Wii U. Well, in actuality, the Wii U did have good games. Part of the problem was that it didn't have enough good games.
Exactly.
That's shovelware. man.
And most of all, like this is probably the biggest issue of it. Like they were just too expensive. It was ridiculous.
They're still selling like Mario Kart 7 for like $50 at a GameStop I go to.
Ooh.
Mario Kart 7.
Like,
You could probably get that for cheaper somewhere else.
yeah, Amazon maybe. That's why I don't even touch the Wii that I bought. I got it at a thrift store for $60.
I think one of the biggest insult to injuries that I've had with the Wii U is I was also one of the poor suckers that pre-ordered Pokken Tournament.
Ooh.
And then skip to now where we have Pokken Tournament Deluxe.
Yeah.
I only have two games. I only have two games for the Wii: Donkey Kong and Twilight Princess. And not long after I got Twilight Princess, like my friend Nate pulls me over aside. He's like, "Oh, yeah, about that. The game has a game-breaking bug on it." I'm like, "Dude, are you kidding me?"
Really? I didn't know that.
Supposedly on the first, I guess on the first edition of Twilight Princess, there's like a game-breaking save bug or something that just like wipes out your memory, or it.
Ouch.
Nate would explain it better.
That sounds like something that happened on WWF No Mercy for the N64. That game had a.
Don't get me started on that game. That game I could gab for hours about.
Or Grand Theft Auto Vice City, where if you saved at an ice cream station, where if you saved at a place with an ice cream truck, your game would lock up forever, and you could say kiss goodbye to your save file.
Oh, you want to go even further? There is a PlayStation 2 demo disc.
I know this. You go on. Go on.
If you play the demo to Beautiful Joe, and if you happen to have any memory cards, stay in there in the PlayStation, it erases everything.
Oh.
How on earth does a demo disc do that?
That is weird. Like, what?
And this was like from PlayStation's very own magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This wasn't some just random mag. This was legit.
It was a demo disc that they gave out during the holiday season. Yeah.
Oh, that's one hell of a Christmas gift. Hard.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
And a Happy New Year. Oh, that's. Well, then again, I never played it, so I'm lucky. I never played it, so I'm safe. But,
I remember one time I had like a. What was it? I had like a, like how there's like Explode and Game Shark and all of them like cheat software discs that you can get. I happen to have one. I forgot what it's called, but I think it was called Exploder on PS2. I used it a good bit to cheat and have a bit of fun. But at the time, there's like this like game save manager thing that was on the disc as well, and it had a thing on it that said format. As a kid, I didn't know what format meant, so. Curious, I thought it meant something about like doing something with the saved files and like maybe adding cheats to them or something. I had a good bit of save files on that memory card, and I hit format, and I saw everything just disappear in my eyes. That very moment, I literally felt like I was about to faint because of how much progress was gone. My head was faint. I was like, "Oh my god, it deleted everything."
Your memory card was completely wiped.
And from that day forward, I knew that formatting would be something to take seriously from that day forward.
I remember being young and like seeing, format discs. I always thought it meant like just cleaning things up and tidying it up. But after hearing that, it's like, no, it doesn't do that.
Speaking of format discs, you know how like some consoles have their moments of their moments of time when they just die and there's nothing you can do about it. And they always have to like make the death screens so terrifying. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but like PlayStation 2 had a death screen where it would load the game like normal. Oh yeah, go on.
Let me guess. Was it the red screen where it said, "Please insert a PlayStation or PlayStation 2 format this"?
That one. It had like a very terrifying like sound effect for when you loaded it in, and like you could just hear everything dying. It was quite sad. Terrifying.
That reminds me. Have you guys heard of? What was it? There's a thing for the PS1 called Fearful Harmony, and it's like the opening PS1 graphics.
Oh yeah,
glitching out. Yeah,
hardware error,
I think I've only vaguely heard of that.
and it's like a very cut-off version of like the PS1 theme. But then again, even so, like the start theme for like the PS1 in general, like whether it works or not, it's still terrifying.
There you go. I put it up on the podcast if you want to hear it, JR.
This is just insult to injury, though. This definitely makes it more terrifying. Just
yeah, it's ripe for a creepypasta. I put in the Nintendo cartridge and the nostalgic critic Peter Griffin bled at me.
Oh my god.
Kill Floorball. Take the ring. Take the ring. Floorball.
Another like terrifying game that has a death screen.
You hit Sam with the club, but the effort is wasted.
I wouldn't call it like a death screen, but for any like for Xbox 360 owners, the red ring of death was always quite terrifying in my opinion. And I've had to go. I remember getting at least 2 red rings of death from 2 different Xbox 360s. They're scary, man. I always thought as a kid they would blow up in my hands. That was weird.
Sorry, my throat. Man. I really got to get this throat checked. I've been coughing like month long now.
Yeah, you definitely should get it checked.
I know.
It's weird, man. I've had this since Halloween, and it still won't go away. Man.
Oh, I know how you feel, man.
I'm starting to think maybe it's like my vocal cords or something. Maybe I don't know. All those goofy impressions finally took a toll on my mouth.
You shouldn't be making that voice.
Bobby.
Damn.
The boy ain't right. But
all right.
I don't think I've ever encountered a death screen in any games I play. Like the closest I can get would be like the blank screen of death from the NES.
Or
where it would just be a blank screen.
I guess you could include like the N64 as well, because like there were times when you might tilt your cartridge or something like that, or you don't put it in right and something looks wrong.
Yeah,
I've had that happen a couple times, and I remember being creeped out by the results, especially the SNES. Ugh, just thinking about
man.
it.
So,
winter's coming. I'm just saying that right now. It's getting cold.
Oh man!
In my neck of the woods, it's pretty much already come because I'm seeing because there's already snow.
It hasn't been too cold out
Meanwhile,
here.
we're getting bloody rain over here again.
Dude, I love the rain. I love
it, but I hate it when it overstays its welcome.
It's overcast right now, and it's been kind of chilly, but it hasn't been too cold.
There's like a time and place for it, but it always picks the worst time.
I know. Sometimes I just want it to last a while because there's nothing finer. Kicking back and looking outside at the rain.
Yeah, like often I tend to like get feels for like getting hot drinks during rainy days.
Yeah,
it's time to get them.
I remember. I think the photos might still be on the but I remember the rain had just started coming down to the home, and we were hanging out in the backyard, and we turned around. There like a double rainbow was like hovering all over around the city, which was really nice.
Oh my god, the video of that guy freaks out about the double rainbow. Oh my god, double rainbow. Oh my god, double rainbow.
While on the subject of weather, going back to snow for a minute, incoming F-bomb. Fuck ice. Seriously.
Especially if it's on cars, car windows.
Ice ain't fun.
Because you know what ice is good for? Keeping your drinks cool. Nothing more, nothing less. Because I don't mind snow so much because at least I don't have to worry about slipping on snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks when like windshields covering it up. We don't get like I mean it being California, we don't get like damaging ice, but when it's on the cars and we have to get to work, the whole car is just like frozen. We have to sit there.
Don't even get me started on black ice.
That period of the winter is the worst when everything just turns into sludge and black stuff.
Oh man. But well,
like the biggest snowstorm we've had like this year over here in the UK was about like May. May of all the months, May.
You had snow in May?
Wait, was it May? No, I think it was like. I think it might have been March, actually.
Oh,
That's pretty early for snow. That's pretty early. It must have been really cold.
Yeah, but the most annoying thing was that, like, last year, there was one day we had snow, and then it went, and that was it. It didn't come back. I was so angry.
It was a troll move. It was a dick move from Mother Nature.
Like, I was like, oh my god, it's finally a white Christmas. Then next day, I fucking hate the weather.
I think, honestly, I think Mother Nature's lost her marble.
Mm-hmm.
Because this year, I have seen snow as early as October.
Wow. Happy Halloween.
I know, right?
In the snow.
Here you go. You got a snowball.
Trick or treat or Merry Christmas. What's your choice?
I got a rock. No, I got a snowball.
And then meanwhile, like the dumb kid in the corner is like the coconut, the snowball. Like,
no. He pulls it out of his bag and it's already melted. The whole trick or treat bag is already melted.
Like it's already like it's gotten so soggy, like the paper's broken through and all the candy's fallen out.
All the candy's like soggy and wet from the ice.
You know, speaking of crappy bags, I'm just gonna say this right now. Like, in terms of clothes stores, never, ever, like, give your customers paper bags.
Oh no! Why?
I remember, like, this was years back, but like, I remember one time I was out in a town that I hadn't been to before with family, and we went for clothes shopping or something like that, and we ended up getting a paper bag, and we tried to put everything in it. And towards the end of our trip there, like we were in like a DVD store, and all of a sudden I heard a shh, and then I looked and I just saw that the bag just ripped, and we were just like, oh.
And you want to talk about?
Sorry,
you want to talk about bags that are shit? Try Walmart bags.
Really? How bad are they exactly?
They are made with the cheapest freaking plastic in the world. And sometimes when you put, no matter what, if you're not careful, if you put the wrong kind of stuff in there, the bag will just up and rip.
Wow, that sounds like the weakest plastic I've ever heard.
Yeah. And in those cases, customers feel forced to, double bag, triple bag, quadruple bag, fucktuple bag.
And considering like Walmart is involved with Asda over here in the UK, their plastic bags are fine, Asda's.
I never use a Walmart bag. We always use like stuff like just heavy, thick bags. The kind of stuff that you would bring. I guess trick or treat Halloween would probably be the best example. Just like a really nice, thick bag to stuff all our food, cans, vegetables, whatever in there. I never use plastic.
Oh, and the bags ripping is not the only problem I have with Walmart's bags. I work as a cashier at Walmart. These monstrosities stick to each other way too easily, and they're a pain in the ass to open.
I mean, I've only had experience with like arcade redemption with that sort of stuff, like in terms of retail. And the thing is, we didn't have any plastic bags because, well, we were in a theme park, so we don't exactly hold plastic bags. But because people were asking for plastic bags, we eventually like came to like a resolution where we borrowed some like bags from the official store in the theme park, and I guess that's just how we used them. Like, only problem is that I kind of agree what you mean when they stick together. Like, I've had moments when I've ended up like getting two bags at once by mistake because they're all like stuck together. Like, well, they're not sticking, but how do I describe it? They're so flat that you could easily grab like another one without meaning to. It's a bit of an inconvenience, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put something on the server to see if anyone that's online questions while we're still online. I'm gonna see if I can treat this like a radio show. We got Lucky live from New Jersey. No. But let's see who's online. Maybe someone will be
I can imagine that one person's like, "Hey, are we recording?" Yeah, you are. Fuck. And then you just have like, "Okay, thank you very much."
It's like, oh, how long have you guys been? As soon as they pop in to ask us something, like, oh no.
or it could be like the thing from JonTron, where it's just like, "Hey, listening to Gaming Treasures, how can we help?" Fuck you. and it just keeps doing that. Keeps doing that. It's like, fucking fuck. And it just like beats everything out.
You are listening to KUWT Third Chord Radio, the Mouse.
Ooh, we got the Extra. We have a caller named the Extra. He's one of I've been told he's a Smash Brothers expert. Extra, you're on the line. Go ahead.
Ooh, what's up, dudes?
Hey, welcome to the show.
Welcome aboard.
Any questions? Any questions? Answers? Anything you wanted to ask us or no?
No, just stopping by here to listen to any things you may say.
Cool. We were just actually just finished talking about Smash Brothers a while back. How do you feel about the new game?
I've already pre-ordered it, but I don't like the leaks.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, you want to talk about more on the topic of the leaks? Two YouTubers actually uploaded a good chunk of the music, and and both of them got butt fucked by Nintendo.
Oh yeah, the one guy, his name was like
Crunchy.
But it was like CH, and he
Crunchy.
He was like a well-respected dude. Like he was established and everything, and now his whole channel's gone.
Yeah, because he got counted. He got, you ready for this? 21 copyright strikes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And you know how on YouTube, if you get 3 strikes, you're gone?
That's a world record right there.
He got 7 times that and then some.
Nintendo was just like, they saw it and they just looked at it for a minute, and then they pulled out like the ban hammer and they're like, ban. Hit every video. And then
I mean,
they cracked their knuckles and got their baseball bats ready.
I mean, Nintendo had the legal right to do so, because if I worked hard on a game, I'd be pretty pissed if it got leaked.
Yeah, I mean,
essentially,
it's hard to believe it got pirated as well.
And the music wasn't the only thing that got leaked.
It was the whole game. The ROMs on there.
Even the story mode.
Yeah.
I do not want to hear anything about the story mode. I want it to be spoiler free. I'm so hyped.
I haven't seen it either. I'm avoiding spoilers best I can.
Okay. I'll give you an analogy, and that's about it. You know how Brawl seemed pretty cool, and then it was okay when it released the story mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That might be kind of how you feel with this one. Because the cutscene came out, and you're like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," but you'll see.
I mean,
yeah,
I'll find
out when I give it a try.
There were some rumors that I guess they were trying to get Banjo into the game, but
leaks.
Then
we got a freaking plant.
That's the best thing ever.
Yeah, I mean,
worst thing ever.
You gotta give him credit. He's been in every single Mario game ever.
So have the Goombas. So have the Hammer Brothers. Like, come on.
Just Piranha Plant, not even like Petey Piranha.
Petey Piranha is Piranha Plant's final smash, so there's that.
It's a transformational one. Like, I thought Sakurai was staying away from that sort of stuff.
Well, to be fair, the transformational final smashes don't really work like they did in previous games anyway.
And also, like, the way it works... Okay, sorry for the noise. I'm walking home right now. But the way it works is he covers the whole stage, so you know it's okay.
It still seems silly to me.
But I do like how the way Petey Piranha is in the final smash is a homage to Subspace Emissary.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, I've actually heard this. Like, I've been spoiled a little on the classic mode, but not too much. But apparently, like, I think people already know this, but like, for the final stages, master hand battles aren't really much of a thing anymore, because each character is going to have their own specified final boss.
Oh my god, you just mentioned something, and I want to say something. I don't want to spoil it though. I don't know if I should say it.
Is it confirmed that we're going to get Half-Life 3 for Smash Brothers?
No, definitely
confirmed.
not. Maybe if you get a spirit, then I think everyone will shit their pants. That's a given.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing.
but it's
I was. Wait,
it's
hang on. You gone?
All seriousness, it's a World of Light spoiler, and I don't know if I should say it.
Don't. I don't want to hear it.
Don't.
Okay.
I will say this without spoiling it, but the bosses, like, that will be entering each character's story, some of them have not appeared as a boss in Smash before, so they're actually entirely new bosses, and they are also from that character game, which is even more exciting.
They're really good too. They're like
All I'll say is that Kirby just so happens to have a final boss that isn't actually a boss in Smash before, and it's from a Kirby game. That's all I'm saying. And that alone, like, just opens up loads of possibilities of what. Oh my god! I just had this realization, and I'm freaking out over it. But anyone play has anyone played Earthbound before?
Yes.
No, I've only played Smash.
I mean, I haven't, but I know the story.
Do they have?
But I'm not an RPG nut, so I don't play.
It's just occurred to me, but if
I guess
people
might
are
be in
getting,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Gaius might be the final boss for
Gaius was gonna be.
That would be freaking horrifying.
That would be great.
I would freak out if that was the final boss.
Well, we won't know for sure until the game officially releases.
That would get the game
Next
hyped up
Friday.
so much.
Why can't you come sooner?
Or everyone can
That's
hate
pretty-
us and we can all be pirates, but I don't want to do that either.
Yeah,
trying
and
to
plus I
think-
heard that it kind of bricks your Switch anyway.
Yeah, but the people
Too
doing
risky
it
at the
don't
moment.
care.
If you're gonna jailbreak a Nintendo console, jailbreak the Wii U or the Wii.
Definitely the
Because
Wii,
it's easy
especially.
and it's safe.
I
The
might do
Wii,
that.
super easy. You just put like a SD card in, boom, you're done.
Yeah, it's that easy. It's super easy. Like, anyone could do it.
Now that I think about it, I might do that. I really feel like I wasted.
Wait. What console you got?
I got at a thrift store. I got a Wii, which is like 2 games: Twilight Princess and Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Okay.
Oh, the Wii
Yeah, the
U.
first-
Does that Wii
No,
have a?
no, I got the regular Wii.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah, the original, like the one with the GameCube things on the top and the SD card reader.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, good. Just get Project M on it. It's a really good game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No,
I've heard
Smash
about
is-
that.
Or if you like want to just mess around, Smash.
One moment,
Infinite
please.
Just has a bunch of characters, like too many.
I can get some mods for Project M. Get some wonky mods.
Get the Mad Edition.
Actually,
It's really good.
Here's something I should mention with jailbreaking a Wii. Like, this is an absolute essential if you want loads of free games. Now, I don't condone pirating. Obviously, do it if you own the game or it's a game you can't get or whatever.
Like,
But all I can say is, like, this is something you absolutely should try out. But basically, long story short, if you get yourself a what am I thinking about? Like a USB flash drive. If you get one of those,
yeah.
like,
I know what you're talking about.
preferably a big one, like with loads of data on it, you can basically make it so that you can put GameCube games, Wii games, and everything else on it, like emulated games, onto the Wii, and you can play it without needing the disc.
Yeah, because because I had the virtual console thing. You can add anything from the Wii prior.
Oh, doing
that would be
doing
great.
virtual console and the WiiWare is super easy. You just download like the file, then you go into like a file manager on the Wii, and then there you go, boom, it's downloaded for you.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Especially
That actually might
considering
save me a lot of money because I'm not going to pay like $60 for like a decade-old Wii game.
Not to mention, you can't buy WiiWare games anymore, so it's the only way.
and
Yeah.
sometime next year, the shop channel is going to be completely kaput.
It's already been kaput.
Well,
I think.
the thing is, if you get an older Wii, if you just don't update to the certain firmware thing.
Yeah.
Either way, it's fine. You should be all right.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. On the next time we all meet, just show me how because I'm going to get that thing. I might
It's
as well
so
in a few
easy.
years.
I could tell you, like,
For the record,
You
for the record, I don't have a modded Wii or anything like that because I'm generally not really interested in that kind of thing because I don't know. I'm guessing the homebrew scene just doesn't really capture my interest.
If you looked into it more, there might be some things that might catch your eye for all we know. Like there's loads of good bits for anyone.
You know what's hilarious?
The first thing I did when I got the NES Classic from Nate was I was like, I have to get those NES games. I have to. I mean, they have a whole like 1,000, like 1,500 NES ROMs available. I was just like, I'm doing that.
There's also a cool little emulator you can download on the Homebrew channel, which is basically your go-to little tool for jailbroken Wii. Okay. And what it provides is loads of different things from hacked games like that made by random people on the internet, where you're drunk and you're peeing in a toilet, to
oh, that's
ironing.
A beautiful image right there.
I'm not kidding. That's actually a game. To freaking ironing a t-shirt to random other crap.
So like Google Play. those terrible.
Yeah.
Pregnant Elsa.
No, none of that. But I'm going off topic. Point is, you can get emulators for the Wii as well. So you can get PS1 emulator, an N64 emulator. You could get an NES emulator, and some of them are actually well done. Like you can download like the ROM file, put it onto a folder, and when you access the app on the Wii, it acts like a folder manager. So you can like click the folder where it is, choose the game, and bam, it loads it for you.
Aaron, a little bit ago, you mentioned your NES Classic. Which, do you think we could talk a little bit about the micro consoles that they've been putting out lately, like the SNES Classic and the PSN Classic?
Good.
I'm honestly starting to think they should stop at this point.
Yeah,
like plug and play was a big deal, but
I mean, after the debacle with the NES one, now everyone's doing it. Like now there's an SNES Classic.
PlayStation Classic is not looking good.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching Vincent's Vinny discuss it. For $100, you're only getting 20 games, and half of them are just like, they're just passable at best. I mean, you're still getting a few heavy hitters, but that's about it.
Plus, no DualShock support. Like, who does that?
Oh, that was the deal for me. I was just like, I can't. There's no way in hell I'm gonna play Metal Gear Solid on like the original default controls. I need DualShock.
I mean,
plus where's my Ape Escape?
Right, like
Ape Escape requires the DualShock, so you can't even play with the original controller.
A lot of it has to do with. I'm pretty sure everyone is ready. It's licensing. There's no Spyro, no Tomb Raider, no Crash. You know, all the big names from when it debuted. You know, I really would have settled for Resident Evil 2 as well.
I mean, Sony still has the rights to the original Crash and Spyro trilogy. I mean, hell, that's why they were able to put it on the PS3 store.
Like maybe there's more to it than that. Maybe they just couldn't get a deal. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, sure, you could argue that there's also the final. There's the final, and plus there's also the Insane trilogy and the Reignited trilogy. Well, that doesn't excuse the fact that even though there's going to be a Final Fantasy VII remake coming out, and yet the original game is still on the PlayStation Classic.
I don't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'll save my. Go ahead.
So I just feel it's a little bit less to do with legal issues and more to do with Sony just slapping everything together on like in a short amount of time. Like they decided to do a PlayStation Classic at like pretty much the last minute.
It feels really like a shoehorn. It's like I can't justify the price. $100. I mean, I probably would still get it because I really didn't own a PlayStation 1 until super late. But I mean, I would still probably get it, but it might be I don't know, $100 for 20 games, and maybe half of them are okay. Yeah.
You know, speaking of virtual console stuff, I think it's become apparently clear that Nintendo doesn't know how Nintendo Online works. Like,
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Basically, I'll explain.
Are you talking about Nintendo Switch Online?
Yes.
Isn't it just from what I heard, Reggie said that the Nintendo Online service was 2 Dixie cups on a piece of string, and you can contact the other guy by shouting really loud into one of the Dixie cups.
That's pretty much what it's like. But the issue is that now Nintendo started charging people to play online. But here's the problem: the connection, the connection strength is god awful. It provides NES games that aren't even the popular ones. Like they're giving out all like the spin-off games and all the third-party like NES games, and it's only NES because, of course, they can't seem to move on.
And let's talk about the cloud save for a second.
They're like WWE. They glorify their past quite a bit. The NES is like the go-to with Nintendo. They're always going to hype that up to God knows how long.
It needs to go.
Yeah,
I mean,
and the cloud saves is kind of a bit of a mixed bag, to put it lightly. Because I mean, sure, it's nice that you can actually back up your saves if something happens to your Switch. But there's one problem: not every game supports it.
ooh,
That's stupid.
Like, I know Splatoon 2 doesn't do cloud saves, and I'm worried that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate might not even support cloud saves.
Oh, that would be the worst.
Yeah, and you want to know what's even
progress.
worse? Originally, Nintendo implied that if your subscription was to ever expire, your cloud
Everything
save data
goes.
would be kaput.
that is messed up, man.
Well, luckily they did change it so that you do get a 6-month grace period, like how Sony does it. But still,
Plus,
Yeah.
there's also a special offer section that will be exclusive for like the Switch Online members. But here's the issue: the only thing it's providing right now is access to buying the NES controllers.
Oh man.
That's
not
it.
to
Nothing
mention-
else.
and that's not all. Let's talk about the voice chat.
Oh no!
If you want to voice chat on your Switch,
You have
You
to
need
use the
to have-
smartphone.
You don't. You just use a phone.
Yeah. Oh god, dude.
What
so
were
for
they
voice chat, I think I'm gonna be
thinking?
sticking with this.
What
I
were
think-
they thinking?
So for voice chat on my Switch, I'm just gonna stick with this.
Oh, it went quiet on it. What? Did it die?
I know,
Hello?
I'm still alive.
Okay. This is
I
like-
don't know what was going on. Everyone just went silent. I'm like,
Yeah, I was just like, what? I was just doing my AVGN impression. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
After I said it, I just thought it deserved the were they thinking seal of approval.
I mean, if you're gonna charge, it's pretty boneheaded that they're charging for online in the first place. But if you're gonna charge us for something that you've been offering for free for so long, why don't
You've
you
gotta
use
make
the
it
money
right.
for to make it better, like dedicated servers?
Here's the thing that especially annoys me. Like, if you've looked at the video of them showing how it works, the dislike ratio is massive. Like, there's more dislikes than there are likes.
Man, you would think that for all this time, all they're doing is putting up, NES games. Why not just put like unreleased Nintendo games or just localizations from stuff that came out in Japan? I mean,
Yeah,
heck,
here's
give
the
us Mother 3 already, for fuck's sake.
Here's the worst part, like the part that really irks me. Like the dislike ratio is high by a mile. So Nintendo, do you know how they resolve this problem? They don't disable the comments. They don't disable the like ratio. They delete the video and re-upload it,
What the fuck?
and it still got disliked.
Everybody was just waiting for it to come back so they hit the
Like,
the dislike button.
Right now, I will freaking give me a sec. I'm gonna go see the dislike.
That is just
Put up a screenshot if you could.
Yeah, I might have to print my screen out though.
oh my god.
Here we
That's
go.
just
There
that's
you
just
go.
really dumb.
Yeah, see, for me, this is why, like I said earlier about the classics, I was just like, the first thing I wanted to do when I got classic was
Look at that
I
dislike
want to get
ratio.
that 1500 ROM thing and just stuff it into that little tiny console.
Hang on, I'm seeing it right now.
Oh god, let's take a look.
Holy shit.
It's bad.
Hold on, I might have to.
And do you want to know the top comment
far.
on this video is?
What?
Some guy said, "This is literally the first time I ever disliked a Nintendo video."
Oof, 62,250. 62K roughly.
I don't think that 2016 Ghostbusters trailer ever got that many dislikes.
I think it.
Wow.
I think it did. I think it had like at least maybe double that, triple that. Oof.
I mean, still, that's a lot of dislike, especially by the standards of it.
I mean, it's not bad, but still not good either.
There's loads of burns here and there as well. Like, hang on, that moment of realization that Nintendo spent more time making the animations than making the service.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Oh God, I think that was what killed it for me. Nintendo was just making some weird ass decisions.
Here's other things that Nintendo.
That's why I'm sticking to Sony.
Here's other things that Nintendo did to make this online thing really bad. So they delayed Switch Online an entire year because the animations in this video wasn't finished yet. They willingly released a half-baked service to fans prematurely, even though they gave them money. And they had the arrogance to ignore valid criticism about the service for months now. They've reported to the viral G&W thing the very next day. Oh.
Sorry.
Yep.
That was perfect. I had to get that in there, at least one.
They gained. Here's another issue. They gained $12 million from suing small ROM sites. That's while illegal on copyright terms, made no money from the ROMs and were the only thing keeping certain games alive and accessible to some people. And free had no way of fighting back in court because Nintendo.
And you know what's and speaking of that, you want to know what's fucked up? The Virtual Console and the NES Classic and SNES Classic use ROMs.
Yeah, they've been
So
using
if that
ROMs
isn't
off of
hypocrisy,
the site.
I don't know what is.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was a big Nintendo fanboy back in the day, but now it's just like they're getting old. I'm not their audience. I'm not their key audience member anymore, or key fanboy anymore, I guess.
I just feel this is one of those things that fails so hard that Nintendo just realize their mistakes and take it out because it needs to be taken out.
Nintendo Switch Online is pretty much DOA, dead on arrival.
I applaud them for being different and trying to set themselves apart from the hardcore community that's PlayStation or Sony and Microsoft, but
They are totally copying them though.
yeah,
Not even in the good way.
I tend to notice that they focus a lot on trying to be different, but it's just not enough, or at least the ideas fall flat. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. I still like my Pokemans and my Zeldas, but I'm gonna be at the Sony camp for the time being.
I had to put you guys on the floor for like 20 minutes because when I walked into my house, I slammed my finger against the door, and then the nail made my nail bleed.
Oh,
On the inside. On the inside.
Oh,
that's even worse.
did anybody catch the Super Mario 64 soundbite in the background?
Oh,
I did. That might have been me.
Yeah,
My fingers
yeah.
gonna look like an old man.
I saw something really bad and I was like, nope.
It's gonna feel like it look like an old man's
hang on.
after a bit. Like, oh god. I can still use it. But just it's annoying. That's dumb.
Oh man.
You guys basically said all that needed to be said for those things, unless other things. Other gripes.
We had Lucky pop up out of nowhere earlier. I don't know if he wants to pop up. Let me send a message. See if he wants to join our little Q&A.
Okay.
Let me see if I.
Yikes. Oh my god.
Apologies for disappearing again. I had to go to playing.
I'm pretty sure you guys heard me like yelp like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I think I did. Yeah, but it's gonna go up on it's gonna go up on YouTube.
That's what happened. Like
But
I even have a what the? It's gonna look ugly.
I still think they should at least bring some rare games to the table to be really enticing. I mean, for the SNES Classic, they had Star Fox 2, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, give us something from Japan that never made the cut, or maybe another unreleased game. Mother 3, anyone? Mother 3.
You want to know what a good game for them to bring over from Japan? Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti.
Oh, I played that one. That one's cute. It's fun.
Yeah,
I like that one.
That
The
is the
Evil
only
Dead
Splatterhouse
references.
game I've never played.
Oh, it is what it is. It's cute. And like just take the regular Splatterhouse and just like bring it down a little more. Tone
Okay,
it down, but it's still really fun.
I'm pretty annoyed now because I just found out this just in that Red Dead Online
Has just dropped.
It's dropped, but there's one issue. There's only bows and throwing knives, but no guns. But here's the other issue. It's got a battle royale mode.
Oh boy! Well, I know somebody. I know somebody.
It's a bit blurry, but this is what it is.
I hate this trend that's going on right now. Like battle royale was cool like ages ago.
No, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. It goes away after a while. But
Well,
yeah,
you know
that
what,
must-
Max?
that must
There
have
is a
hurt
silver
really bad.
lining to this.
Yeah, it was the screen door. And
It's a
just-
trend. It'll die eventually.
I'm waiting for it to die. I've been waiting for ages.
My finger's gonna die. Just kidding.
So what is so okay? I'm new to the whole battle royale thing. So what is it again? So give me like
It's literally like WWE, like the battle royale thing. Or, no, Royal Rumble. It's like that.
so
Basically,
every 20 minutes, no, every 10 seconds a new guy comes. Or what?
it's more like last man standing sort of thing. Except like no
but in
one
a
comes
way-
in every 20 minutes.
It gets more crowded
Oh.
every few minutes.
So a select
okay,
amount of
okay.
people jump into an area. They can choose where they want to start, of course, and they have to collect supplies, prepare themselves for any combat that might lie ahead of them, and survive. And if they die, they're out. That's it. They can't come
and then-
back.
Yeah, every few minutes there's a circle of play they're allowed to be in, and then it gets smaller. And if you're
Ooh.
outside of it, you get hurt and then die eventually.
Unless you get
Oh.
yourself back inside the circle.
Of course.
It kind of sounds a little bit of fun. I mean,
It's literally Hunger Games, so to speak.
If you play that Fortnite, it's free.
Oh god,
And then
Fortnite.
you can do all the
I mean, you could play it on your PS4 if you wanted.
No,
yeah,
I think I'm full as far as games go. My plan for next year is to like not buy a billion games and just play the ones that I don't even touch.
My
Fortnite,
advice to anyone who doesn't play Fortnite but is curious, get yourself Save the World. That's the Fortnite you want. Screw Battle Royale, that's garbage.
and Save the World.
Fortnite was
Save the
supposed
World.
to be.
Save the
Is
World's like a
Fortnite-
better. Save the World's a better Destiny and or Monster Hunter.
I
Isn't
wouldn't
that the
call it
game's
this
single
one
player
of
mode?
It's co-op.
Ooh,
So
now
it's single
that
player.
that
and
I can
co-op.
do. When it comes to games where I have to shoot people, it doesn't. Well, not necessarily Doom, but like if it were a game like Fortnite, I'd rather be on a team than
Yeah,
go
like,
because I'm not
cool-
I'm not good on those.
Save the
single-
World's cool. Like you get two modes. You get one where you keep putting supplies into this one base, and then
Mhm.
others where you protect this one area and build a makeshift place.
There's actually more than that. There's like one where you defend your base that you build over time every mission. So like you start simple by building some wooden stuff around it, and then as you progress, you eventually like put like real bricks, metal, and then you reinforce the metal. Have people defending your base, and generally you handle bigger hordes, and your bases gets bigger and bigger. And then there's other. Wait, what? Sorry.
I was about to mention, going back to Fortnite for a second. Anybody remember when, for whatever reason, the developers teamed up with Marvel to have Thanos in the game?
I don't get why they did that. And now they're having a Wreck-It Ralph crossover.
Oh no! See, that makes more sense than Thanos, but I think the Thanos one to hype up the movie.
Yeah.
But Ralph being there makes more sense.
Gauntlet, he could wipe out half the player base.
It still makes me laugh that they did that on Reddit after he snapped his fingers. The whole they banned half of the Thanos subreddit. Perfectly aligned. Hey, we got a
Fair
next
and balanced, as it should be.
yes. We have our next guest, Lucky the Wolf. You may know him from one of the racing leagues. Lucky, you're on the air. Care to join us?
Yeah, hi. How's everyone doing? Are we on? Well, on the air. I mean, on the air. Is it air? What is air? Air is a thing that we need to survive, and survival is important depending on who you talk to.
So, do you have any questions you want to ask us, or did you want to chime in, or whatever?
No, not particularly. Like, I mean, well, what's the conversation about? I heard something about Thanos or subreddits.
Yeah, we're talking about Fortnite and the celebrity inclusions that they've been adding lately. They had Thanos. They got Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph, and then I heard something like they're adding NFL jerseys now to Fortnite. So,
I'm just trying to think of a joke that I could say there that wouldn't be controversial. So
I guess you could say Fortnite's taking the world by storm.
Okay. I know. Here we go. I'm going to play the car crash.
Are we going to need the ambulance over there?
There we go. There we go.
I'm just saying, anyone that plays Fortnite, I don't get it. It's one of the worst games made in recent memory.
The Battle Royale is the worst thing in memory. It saved the world, that's good.
I just think Fortnite is horrible. I mean, I've played it. I've attempted to play it, and it's not good.
Save the World is so much better. I promise you that.
Fork knife is not your forte, huh, Luck?
And now I just keep getting emails. I guess someone tried to hack my account because I keep getting emails from Epic Games.
Oh, it happened to me too.
Saying someone's logged in or someone is trying to log in, and I just ignore them because
I want your dances. That's what they're like. They're just mashing on people. Like, I want this guy's dances.
Oh my god!
Because I just don't care. So I mean, hey, if someone wants my Fortnite account, PM me. I'll get you the details.
It's like, give me a free Robux. Give me a free V-Bucks.
I don't know what a V-Buck is.
If I may interject for a moment, let's I do have to get started on my art commission soon. So let's maybe it's 12:41 right now on my clock. I'd say maybe 30 minutes and then we'll wrap it up. So if Lucky has anything he wants to ask us or just talk about boats, racing, whatever floats your boat.
If you want me to ramble on about history, yes, I don't want to bore. I don't want to put everyone to sleep here. So
it's okay. Well, we can close out the show with some historical conversation.
You've got me completely unaware. You've got me completely off guard now because I just have no topic. Actually, I was reading a great article earlier. This is not going to be a happy topic to end the show on because it's about a ship that sunk. But it was I read it during English class because we didn't have anything to do. We had a substitute about the Estonia, and that was a really interesting read. If anyone's aware of what ship that is, it was a passenger ferry sunk. I think sometime in the 80s. I gotta Google that. Hold on. You can see I came really well prepared for this.
Oh God!
I could. Lucky is gonna be the historian of the podcast. We're just gonna talk to him about World War II, and he's just gonna go off about World War II facts and historical.
World War II that's actually a point of history I do have some interest in, actually.
World War II is very interesting, and I was off with the 80s. It was 94, but I was close. I was about 10 years off. At any rate, it was very interesting because it was about 4 different people, all who survived the shipwreck and how they survived. And it was a good read. Killed about a half hour.
That's cool.
Yeah. But seriously, if you're interested in that kind of thing, I don't know how many people are that would listen to this, but probably 0. Probably only me. But, it's all good.
You want to talk about racing then?
But if you're interested, seriously, read up on the Estonia because it's both tragic yet incredibly interesting the way it just sank. But yeah, and the racing, there's an interesting.
So as you all know, Lucky has a racing channel. You want that?
I'm looking up Estonia right now, and all I'm getting is the country Estonia.
Look up MS Estonia. Yeah, because you'll get the country, not the ship.
Did you want to tell us about your racing league? Or?
Oh yeah. We got a broadcast tonight, WFO at 9 p.m., 8:50 p.m. Same difference. At any rate, come on, check it out. We're racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight for race of 4 of the days, and I've got a good guess of who's going to win that championship. But hey, still an interesting race. Charlotte was an interesting race last season. There was a little bit of controversy in that race. So, I mean, hey, if you're into that, if you want some exciting racing, got that. Yeah. Speaking of talking in real world racing, though, everything's dead because it's winter time and it's the off season. Unless you're one of those people that live in Australia, then you get racing right now. But
thank you for that. All right.
Oh my god!
I'll be sure. I'll be sure to be there at the.
I know this is very random and a bit irrelevant, but I found this really funny news article on Twitter just now. A woman left a Second Life husband. Second Life is a game, by the way, like a.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
A woman left a Second Life husband after finding out that he wasn't Kermit the Frog smoking a blunt in real life.
Wait, what? This has got to be an Onion article. This has got to be satire.
Oh, we got another phone call here. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Who wants to listen to a solicitor? Who wants to listen to a spam call?
Yeah, go ahead. Why not?
Hello, we are here. I'm calling from Microsoft. We'd like to call your computer has critical errors.
Yeah, pretty much. No, but is that a real article or is that just like an Onion article? Because that sounds like something that was published by The Onion.
I got some potato chips in the background.
Yeah.
No, that's actually frozen corn.
Huh. Oh.
What? Can I hear frozen corn?
Kinky.
So you're just like munching on a bag of frozen corn, or what?
No, my finger just hurts.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. I forget.
I don't know why, but I had it in my mind that you just had a bag of frozen corn. You're just eating the frozen corn kernels. And I don't know why, but my brain was like, yeah, because that's logical. That's what he'd be doing. I don't know if anyone saw the news, but
this on YouTube.
What?
Didn't SpongeBob die?
Not SpongeBob. Steven Hillenburg, though.
Yeah,
his creator.
We were actually talking about him earlier. Yeah,
the
creator who the show passed away. Rest in peace.
Yeah, it's sad.
Okay, I don't know if this...
I found out the cause of death. He died from ALS.
Yep.
Lou Gehrig's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to ask.
The same condition that affected Stephen Hawking.
And Morty Schwartz. Don't forget about that guy. They made a book about him.
Morty Schwartz.
Yeah, he was a guy.
Morty.
Hang on.
You've never read Tuesdays with Morty?
Nope.
We have to read it in school. Well, I think when you were probably in high school, he was probably not dead yet, so that would probably be why.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
I'm not saying that up as like some kind of bad joke, but
no, it's okay.
Seriously, like that's why it wasn't a book. He was still alive. But yeah, he was a college professor. Yeah, college professor at Brandeis. I can't pronounce it. At any rate, yeah, he was this guy's professor and good friends with a student while the student was in school. They lost touch, and then he found out about him when he was diagnosed with ALS. And he wrote a book about him. And it's pretty good book. We had to read it for school.
Yeah, I don't remember anything that was school. Shows how much I know.
For those that watch Netflix often, I found out some pretty big news for the anime fans out there. But as it turns out,
Disney, I heard that Disney
Neon Genesis Evangelion is coming to Netflix.
Oh, I thought it was Disney. Disney was buying Dragon.
No. Neon Genesis Evangelion is coming to the Netflix.
Ooh,
so everyone can just clap and go, congratulations for that, because congratulations.
Pat on the back.
Haven't seen the anime, but I've heard really good things about it.
I'll sprinkle my corn.
I've only seen little bits and pieces of that anime and some inflation art from that shit, but that shows how much I know about that show.
Doesn't the company that make it Gynax, aren't they the studio known for having endings that make no sense?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
But I don't know why.
They must,
like
be,
caps lock is on.
they must be in charge of the universe because everything we've done makes no sense.
Sounds like my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything we've ever experienced doesn't make any sense.
I think that's the important thing to remember in life. If something doesn't make sense, that means you're doing it right.
Also, I also found this out. That's actually made me quite happy because, it's something we should respect, honestly. But today's the day today marks a day that the Dreamcast is now 20 years old, aka Sega's final console in history.
5 more years and I can
There's
register it as a classic car.
Okay.
I understood that reference.
And next year, we'll
Hey,
be
at least someone
celebrating
did.
the anniversary in North America.
Yep.
But yeah, man, like the Dreamcast, if for anyone who doesn't have one, what are you doing with your life? Get one.
It's the Marvel machine.
I'm buying furry art instead.
No, play Marvel. Beat people up and call them slurs at a laundromat with Marvel in it, while you get beat up by the gang members.
Not just Marvel, but also, get it for Sega Rally, Marvel vs. Capcom, Soul Calibur, Sonic Adventure,
Marvel. Don't forget
Samba de Amigo, House of Dead, Zombie Revenge,
Power Stone.
Cosmic
House of
Smash.
Dead teaches typing.
Here's a
Yes.
question for everyone. Has anyone here ever played any of the Dirt series games or Colin McRae Rally before it became the Dirt series?
No, but I think I know a cousin who did.
I
play
played
that.
Dirt's Showdown.
I haven't played Showdown. I've played Rally 3 and 4, and they're awesome games. Dirt Rally being not my favorite. Dirt 4 is my favorite, but Dirt Rally was pretty good.
I like Showdown for its destruction.
Yeah, I would recommend Dirt 4. The only thing though, if you've already played Dirt Rally, the Rally Cross stages are pretty much just lifted from the game stage for stage. There's no variant.
Yay.
It's like the exact same track. Because I was playing it last night, I was like, wow, this seems similar to Dirt Rally. And then I realized, wait a minute, no, this is the exact same racetrack.
I've heard I just found out more bad news about the PlayStation Classic.
Ooh. That's
Apparently, all of the PlayStation games are going to be PAL versions, which means it's going to be laggy.
What does PAL stand for? I'm out of the loop on this.
Basically, it's like the PAL region, so like
European version.
the European versions.
Hang on.
Oh,
Wait,
dude.
So why were the
Hang on, I'm looking. It stands for phase alternating line. Yeah. PAL stands for phase alternating line.
Are the PAL ports
That's
really bad.
So yeah, $90 or £90 over here.
Okay, so here's the thing I don't understand. This whole classic console thing, for 2 big reasons. Number one, the original consoles still exist. It's not like they're completely done. And people can hack them, modify them, whatever you want to call it, so that they can output to HD. It can be done. And number 2, there's this beautiful thing called emulators, which are free. So it's like...
Well, the thing is, I heard PS1 PlayStation games are particularly hard to emulate. I mean, these aren't like NES and SNES games, which are like small little files. These are like 500 meg CD IMO images.
Yeah, but there's PS2 emulators.
I think the reason why these companies are doing this is because the way they see it, if they're not profiting off of it, they don't want it to exist.
It just seems like a stupid trend that started in the last few years for the exact reason you said. It's just, hey, Sony, Nintendo, and I'm sure Microsoft is going to hop on that bandwagon eventually.
I think they already did in a way, but
not yet.
No, what they're going to do is they're going to make it so everything's in their store, so you can just buy everything there.
Honestly,
no, but I mean like the physical console, like the PS.
I would if these micro console this trend keeps going, I'd really hate to see what an Xbox Classic looks like.
Oh,
it'll look like one of those fake Xbox consoles you could buy at a Poundland for
like the closest
many years ago.
The closest thing we've gotten was a Duke controller. That's it.
Honestly, I think
am the Duke.
I honestly think they should stop at a certain point. Like, I'm happy with the NES Classic. I like the SNES Classic. After that, there's really nothing for
Take a 360 Classic.
there's the PC Classic, which I think is kind of neat because there's a
You
lot
couldn't
of
make
DOS
that up.
games.
You couldn't make that up if you wanted to.
And
the
then
PC
you got
Classic, that sounds so fake.
no, it's a real thing. And then you got the Commodore 64 Classic, the Mini C64, which
See, that makes sense.
yeah,
That makes sense to make a classic because the original machines are starting to go away, unfortunately.
yeah. There's some that I think are okay to be happening because some of these we're not going to see again. But then you got if they go with like the PS1 Classic, a PS2 Classic, a PS3 Classic, then it's just like okay, now you're just milking it up.
I want a Vectrex Classic.
No, I want a PS5 Classic.
I want a Vectrex because the original Vectrex is incredibly expensive in good condition. So, like, make a Vectrex Classic. Someone get on that.
Oh, you know what they could do?
Vectrex would be pretty nice. I think I've seen some of that.
You make an old computer classic where it's those.
I wouldn't mind owning a Vectrex.
Where it's like a miniature version.
I can imagine playing that thing at nighttime, just like hearing it whirring like the noise it makes.
I'll get the PC Classic if it comes with Lucas.
No, what I'm thinking is, those old computers that took up a whole.
Yeah.
Oh, like that, in the 50s, where one hard drive had to be shipped on a Pan Am airplane.
Yeah. So it's like a scaled down version, and it has a bunch of text-based games like Zork. Even though
Those do exist.
So bad.
There's a company, and I forgot the name of it, but they'll make a replica for you of the Altair 8800, which was, like you said, a paper-based machine where, text. Not even a display. It was punch cards at that point and switches you flip. And it is cool. LGR did a video on it. Ari, you might have seen it because I know you watch LGR, but he did a video on the Altair 8800 Classic.
Yes, I think so.
It wasn't called the Altair 8800 Classic, but that's what it was.
Now we need
be a good idea for a micro console.
A YouTube Classic.
No, we need the Thirst Chord Classic.
That reminds me.
Available both regular and diet.
Featuring No Arrow!
It's actually literally called the Altair 8800 clone.
Available at your local Radio Shack.
That's not the link to it. That's a link about... That's the wrong link.
The whole comic for Thursdays.
That reminds me, we all got to get together and play.
There's the link.
Where?
Get together and play what?
In
Cards Against Humanity. We haven't played that in a while.
Oh, I tried the link that had.
I would love to play that game again, Aaron.
They got rid of the blank cards.
I'm on board for board game. I'm on board for a board game online again as well.
Lucky.
That's always okay.
Now that we have the voice recorder, we can record a conversation.
I tried the mirror of the mirror, and it doesn't work. We need to find the mirror of the mirror of the
Of the mirror.
The mirror, the black mirror.
It never ends.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the best Thirst Chord member of them all?
So apparently,
the extra and the Meister right now.
Apparently, this Altair clone, if anyone ever wanted to buy it, is $621.
That's pricey.
Yeah. But
makes the launch PS3 on like chump change by comparison.
Okay, but here's the thing. Like, this is a exact replica of what you would have gotten when this thing was new. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, it's perfect. If you don't like those kinds of, if you're not into classic computers, then, it's kind of a worthless purchase because it's literally just basically an empty box. You can also put, I think you can put a normal computer inside of it. Yeah, you can put a micro ATX board into it. So, some food for thought.
Yeah. So, any closing thoughts before I end the podcast? Any closing thoughts?
This is for the first podcast I ever did. I really enjoyed my time doing this.
Yeah, this was fun. It was pretty calm, collected. Not a lot of mayhem. No crashing into bikes and cars like the other voice chats
with bad puns.
Give it time; it'll come.
Yeah. So I had the bot recording, and then I'll just put it up on YouTube. I'll see how it works out.
All right, then. I look forward to seeing how this will all pan out on YouTube.
Remember, folks, if you ever go on a cruise, get a balcony cabin. I can't say the word. I was setting up for a joke there, and I can't say the word cabin, so it just
Before we go, does anybody know the completionist? Because for some reason, just hearing Lucky talk kind of reminds me of the completionist.
I know who you're on about.
Oof. Well, everybody, this has been the Third Discord podcast. Have a good day, and don't eat yellow snow. Take care, everybody.
Farewell.
Yep.